Welcome back to another episode of Andertons TV.
Yes.
The wonderful Danish Pete there came up with that beautiful loop. Loop user, and then tried to explain mixomatosis or something.
Mixomatosylin. All I said was just play a D major scale. That's all I said, basically. That's what it was. It's funny because it's an A and a G and then a B. But for some reason the D major scale works really well on those chords because it does, you know. Or you can play the B pentatonic.
But
the B minor.
It needed that note, didn't it? Hey, anyway, you guys and girls can go and learn theory and stuff somewhere else for now. Because for now, we're just going to tell you about these guitars.
But first, please like and subscribe. But first, before we do, please like and subscribe.
Please
hit
like and subscribe.
Notification bell.
Hear the desperation in our voices.
Yeah. Because we want to get to 700,000. Because we are almost
Are we not there yet?
No, we need another 2,500.
Actually, what I really want to do is get to 1 million, but I don't know what we're going to do to do that.
That's going to cost you some money, man.
Right. And I want a blue tick after my name on Instagram. It really annoys me that I can't get one. I don't think anyone takes me seriously.
I can't either.
Instagram.
No, nobody takes you seriously.
No.
Why would they?
Right.
You dressed up in a green gimp
This is true.
outfit.
Green gimp suits and everything. So, Chapman guitars. With our friend Rob Chapman at the helm.
Yes.
And myself following closely up the rear. Normally there's two ranges of, well, not normally, there are two ranges of Chapman guitars. There's a Pro Series made in Korea, which you can normally spot because for about the last year or maybe more, they've always had Seymour Duncan pickups on them and various sort of through neck designs and bits. Anyway, all sorts of different guitars from that factory. And then there is a standard series which comes out of Indonesia, which are normally a little bit slightly sort of simpler construction and less expensive materials and things like that. But we thought we'd do a hybrid-y kind of thing on a standard series guitar. So we took a standard ML1 and an ML3, which are both bolt-on neck design sort of takes on classic S and T-type guitars. But now they have a burl top, so this very interesting looking and always unique kind of burl top on these guitars.
That looks like it's bookmarked. Sorry to interrupt. It looked like that fits it.
They are all sort of, you know, butterfly book matched kind of burl tops. A lot of B's in there. They call that alliteration.
Bale, as they say up north. Bale.
Butterfly book matched burl Bops. And then we've used Seymour Duncan American pickups here. So we have a Pegasus and a Sentient, which I suppose is a little bit more synonymous with some of those heavier guys. And
yes, but they've done that already, haven't they? That's what we talked about.
Rob, they've both done videos on these guitars where they've got properly dirty, down-tuned dirty.
So we thought it was appropriate to just do some more cleanish stuff. Because they can do this. They can do this.
You can
so
do it.
What is the wood here? What are we talking, Lee?
Mahogany body.
Yeah, maple neck.
Macassar ebony.
Fingerboard.
Macassar ebony fingerboard.
And something I noticed on here is now that it's got nickel frets.
All the standard series have nickel frets.
Which, for me, I prefer to the slippy slidey of the
that's something
steel.
We listened, Pete. So at the moment, all the standard series have nickel frets and all the Pro series have stainless steel frets. But we listened, and there may well be, you heard it here first, everybody, there may well be some guitars coming from the Pro series that, you know, might be a little bit more traditional coming later this year, but I can't tell you any more than that.
Can't tell you any more than that.
You got the classic Chapman reverse headstock design.
Yeah. No locking tuners in these as they come out. So are they made in a different factory or?
No, it's the same factory that makes all the other standard stuff.
Really nice rolled fingerboards, I noticed on here.
They're a great job.
The fretwork is lovely.
Reveal binding around the top of the body. You've got all the usual features. It's not a hip shot bridge, but it's kind of like a look-alike-y hip shot thing. And it's literally the two guitars are basically the same. 24 fret guitars, same scale length, same everything. One just has 2 cuts on it, and the other has one
cut.
Pete,
so you've got the three-way selector switch there,
you do.
and a split, which I would assume splits the pickups here. So we were on some clean tones. Pokey.
They're very pokey.
They're very pokey.
They're pretty hot. These. It's probably why the sort of slightly more rocky, genty people like these pickups. But
we choose not to do that in this video. So if you do want to watch some more rocky tones, go and watch Rob or Rabir.
Or both.
Watch Rob or Rabir. That's really difficult to say out for me today because I'm letting myself go, as you might have noticed. I
want to see this. He's going full Tom Hanks Castaway.
I'm going to go beard, long hair, and then Chloe's just going to go, well, then you're going to have to sleep on the sofa. So that's what's going to happen.
Fine.
And then, anyway, here we go. Here's some tones. Clean in the victory. I bet you weren't expecting that from
Was
this.
not.
So these are jumbo frets, aren't they? They're big fat jumbo frets.
They are.
Yeah.
So again, probably slightly for the more modern player.
Yeah, so you hardly feel, when you press down, you hardly feel the fingerboard. So anyway, a middle position both together. They're very pokey, these pickups, aren't they? Bridge.
Yep. It's
completely clean.
There's no clean sound here. It's all coming from the pickup.
I don't want to be clean. Split that.
Much thinner sounding on the
and let's do the
split.
front. See, I'm not really a fan of the splittage of a coil, of a humbucker. For me, I'm probably the only guy that...
No. I was going to say, the only guy that I think has nailed the single pickup that does both sounds well is the PRS Paul's TCI thing.
Absolutely.
I will say, actually, I thought Fender did a good job with their double tap humbucker, but the only guy where I honestly go, oh my goodness me, it's so musical in both settings, is
the Paul's guitar. Yeah, it's because there's something. I mean, you get it and you can use it, but it doesn't have single coil.
I think if you rolled some tone off and put a lot of reverb on those single coil sounds, it would still sound
Yeah, but you put something on something just to make it sound a bit more like something.
What I'm saying is you can get that cleaner, thinner sound without it sounding a bit shrill, which is what a lot of humbuckers do when you put them into a split coil.
I agree. It's more like a...
See, that sounds nice.
It almost does that piazzo thing, doesn't it? Just do this in 1 second. It's that I get
Still
that
a bit
sound
shrill on the bridge pickup, isn't it?
But I know that sound like Rabir likes. He uses that, and it's a certain tone, and I get it, But let's try a bit of just a mild drive. Sorry, the slew was on. The Revival Drive Compact with everything about 2, 1-ish, 2-ish, 2. Middle. Do a bit more gain, so the Dane into the Revival.
There you go.
Two less. You get the idea.
It's interesting because we say this about almost every humbucking guitar that we play, is that they sound amazing in full humbucker mode, and the Pegasus and the Sentient are probably two of the most famous, best sounding Seymour Duncan pickups that there are for that kind of fat sounding humbucker. And then as soon as you split coil them, you go, I get it, it's kind of not as good as having a guitar that just had single coils on it, but it gets you roughly in the ballpark. And,
exactly.
You change a couple of settings, and you kind of it's there.
Let's see what it does with the gain and the single coil.
Yes, good idea.
It's better with a bit of gain.
Much more trebly in single coil mode, isn't it?
Them with a bit of gain on there, actually. They sound good.
Yeah. So there we go. So as I said, the ML3, which is the one I'm holding, is going to sound pretty much exactly the same as that one.
No, it's a different shape.
The bolt-on neck design is the same, the bridge is the same, the pickups are the same. It's literally just the shape. So
the wood is the same.
I love the colours. They're called Storm Burst because you know that when the sky looks like this, the lightning is a-coming.
The storms
time to go inside, basically, isn't it, when the sky looks like this? And because they're part of the standard series...
you can't go outside anyway now. So.
Well, this is true, yes. Because they're part of the standard series with just upgraded pickups and a sort of a slightly nicer top, they sit price-wise kind of in between standard and Pro series, so I think, don't shoot me if I'm wrong, I think these are $5.99.
Unless it's a vaccine shot, of course, then you can shoot them.
What? Oh, don't shoot. Is that what I said? Yes.
Don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but I said unless you get a vaccine.
Shoot me with a double-barreled hypodermic needle. As long as it's got some COVID vaccine in. No, so yeah, I think these are $5.99. Correction on screen now if I've got that wrong.
They're really nice. They feel really nice.
And I like it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else it's...
There's nothing else to say, really, is there?
If you were to, look at brands like, I suppose, Charvel do a bit with Seymour Duncan pickups on them, and Jackson do a bit, but an ESP, I suppose, do a bit, but they're all more like
they're more expensive,
£700, £800, £900 mark. So I can't think. And of anything else.
They feel like a in a blindfold challenge. Of course, if you touch here, you will tell the difference. But nice rolled fingerboards, and the neck shape is lovely, and the satin finish neck feels nice. They sound good, so I
like Macassar ebony. Do you know, of all the alternatives to rosewood, which everybody rushed towards when the whole rosewood CITES thing came in, Macassar ebony. I don't know why more people didn't choose that, because you really, from a distance, it's not like some of those much paler kind of laurel and
no, it's lovely
Palfero boards where visually it's pretty obvious it's not rosewood. It just kind of doesn't look.
And it's not hairy.
It's not
Do you
hairy.
know what I mean? The for me, the Palfero has got this slightly coconutty. If you take a coconut and you shave it, I don't know if this makes sense. Coconut's got hair on it, right? But if you shave, or I feel like a kiwi fruit.
Can I, whilst on the subject of coconuts, could I just give a shout out to someone I found on Apple Music the other day, who almost definitely doesn't watch this channel, but if he does, that would be epic. Parry Grip. Parry, P-A-R-R-Y, Grip, G-R-I-P-P, American songwriter, who has just got the most epic selection of kind of funny children's songs on Apple Music. One called Up Butt Coconut, about sticking a coconut up your butt. It's all clean fun, it's for kids and everything like that. But you talk about coconuts, and that's a great tune. It's a Stinky Cat, or maybe that was Friends. But there's a song about being stinky, and there's hundreds of songs on there. He's a very talented man.
Barry Grip.
Parry
Grip.
Yes, Parry Grip. A bit like Barry Gibb,
but
smaller teeth.
Oh, that's
and
lower voice.
Yeah, and a lower voice. Yeah.
It's like that Danish children program I just absolutely came up on the newsfeed for me the other day called. John Dillerman, which is just about this guy who has got a really long willy and just goes around and does stuff with it.
Rescuing things.
Rescuing cats out of trees and stuff. You're going, what?
We had a conversation about it. How inappropriate is it? I think it's borderline.
It's kind of...
It's like Captain Pugwash took it to a certain level, and then, what's his name? John Dillerman. He has definitely taken it to a whole
Which means like a Willy Man
level.
Or something. But it is... so I spoke to my sister, and my nephew is his favourite programme. I think it's super duper funny.
I think it's
strange,
giving.
Man.
I think it's creating a false sense of hope for young boys out there, because it's never going to be that big. You're never going to be able to do things like John Dillerman does.
The balloon goes up, and then it does things on its own by just grabbing stuff.
I tell you, some people are lucky if they can see it over their fat belly, but this guy. He can rescue balloons out of trees and
pick apples and
ice creams off the top of traffic lights. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's a very special... anyway, so if you are Danish, and I think I've got a feeling that it's going to be taken down really quickly, so you better watch it while you can, because it's quite funny.
Not.
It's a bit of an adult...
Grown up.
Yeah.
Well, it's not grown up, but anyway.
Should we jam out, Lee?
There we are. We should jam out. Hey.
Coconuts up your butt.
That's weird, isn't it? Yes, just all that from a coconut reference. Let's go. These are
available now. Links are below.
They are available now, and they're sort of semi-limited edition. So they're the kind of thing that maybe once or twice a year Chapman will do a run of them, and then not again. So if you can't find one, ask your dealer to see if they can get one the next time they come round. Or actually, I think Chapman have a store now, their own.
Oh, there's a store.
So if you live in a country where there's no Chapman dealers, I believe you can just buy direct
from the website.
Chapman.
I think so. Yes.
So
like and subscribe, please hit that notification bell if you want to hear about coconuts and
men with extraordinarily long,
flexible, helpful willies.
What do you call it? What's the official word for a tail on a? Is it pretensile? Is it pretensile?
It is like a tail, but it's just
something like
but it's
so if you a man with a 20-meter long pretensile penis, then yes, go watch John Dillerman.
It's just so weird.